Did you know that taking an exam can actually help you to learn? So this is an interesting concept studied in psychology, and it has to do with something called desirable difficulty. So a lot of this research comes from a psychologist at UCLA named Robert Bjork, and what he discusses in a lot of his findings is that a level of difficulty and engagement actually increases your brain's ability to recall something over time. And so what that means is that simple, easy to understand, very well put together information is not necessarily the best way to learn, because some mental friction can actually be helpful in cementing some of these things that we're trying to learn. Rodinger and Karpish in 2006 started finding that testing can actually be used to improve how well something cements into your memory. This was backed up by Halimish and Bjork in 2011. And in a recent 2022 paper by Polak et al., they found that testing improves performance across many categories. So testing does more than just assessment. That was the finding of this review paper. Testing actually helps you to learn. And I actually had a professor who brought this up recently. He said he likes to make his exams really hard because it kind of squeezes your brain, as he put it. But there actually is some science behind that. Making yourself have a difficult time, making you have to really think, is one of the ways that you actually induce greater learning of the material. So how can you use this to prepare for an exam? Because if you have an exam and then that's what helps you to learn, that doesn't help you after, because then your grade's over, kind of a thing. Well, practice tests are a big way of doing it. Now, I think the problem with practice tests is the way that most of you probably do it. And I used to do the same thing. A lot of people, speaking very generally, a lot of people take their practice tests, they kind of skim through it, they go through and they look at the answer, and then they look at it, and then they look at the answer. And they look at it, and they look back at the answer. And as you're going along in your head, you're like, oh, I got that wrong. Oh, yeah. Look at the answer. Yeah, I knew that. Did you though? Really, did you? A lot of times it can be better to take the whole test and actually score yourself, because then you become more and more aware of exactly what you got wrong and where you need to improve. Now, I think that the final component is you have to add emotional weight. If you just take a test and you know that there's nothing at stake, I don't know that it can fully induce that kind of squeezing your brain, as my professor calls it, right? Really that desirable difficulty that Bjork and associates talked about, because you're not necessarily as fully engaged. And I've said this over and over and over, engagement creates learning. So what can you do? The best thing that I can recommend is take a practice test, but compete with your friends. You can either do it where you guys take it separately and then your scores, are compared, and then there's some kind of prize maybe. Or one of the best ways I like to do it is just kind of like Jeopardy style. Have like 3 or 4 of you line up, have one of you be the person asking the questions, and keep score on a whiteboard, because then you can actually see your score, and it creates that like, oh, I want to win. And when you got a point and beat your friend, you're going to remember that because it has emotional attachment. And when you lost a point and that one stupid question from Gen Bio made, your friend Tommy be able to gloat at you for the next like week and a half, you're gonna remember that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, something like that, right? It does create more engagement. So take that, use it well, start using some desirable difficulty in your brain to help you learn, and take some practice tests. I hope you all succeed, and this is Program Knowledge.